All right. What's going on, everybody? My name is Reese, and this is
Yeah.
Brandon. This is Brandon. Say hello, Brandon.
Oh, I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about this one.
Okay, let's try that one more time with feeling.
No, this is fine. No, this is fine. Keep it up. This is
All
it. This
right,
is it.
we're you know what? Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's how
All
you do
right,
shit.
fuck it, we'll do it live. Hi, I'm
I'm ready
Reese,
for
and
it.
these are my friends.
Yeah.
Hunter.
Yeah, I'm Couché.
Yeah. All right. So today we got Huche. Today we got Hunter. Now the weird thing about this is Hunter and Huche never met before tonight. So we're gonna find out if their personalities click. We did a little bit of talking beforehand to get everything worked out, and they seem to be okay. But we'll find out.
Here's where I just fly totally off the wall with something he finds utterly offensive.
I was about to say Hunter's pretty abrasive, but Huche's a pretty chill, easygoing guy. So this may be bad. This may be good. I don't know. We'll find out. So we
I
got
hope it's both.
some topics and some points of discussion that we're going to go over today. And the first one is I think Huche has them all written down. So you want to go ahead and bust out that first one there, Huche?
Reese, have you done?
How's my day?
Yeah, have you done anything? Anything cool?
I didn't really do anything today because it's a lazy Sunday, so I have reason for not doing anything today. But no, I didn't really do much today. But because I'm on that college schedule, you know, your boy woke up at 7:30 in the morning sharp, and
Little bitch.
I was like,
Nothing.
yeah, I woke up at 7:30 in the morning, and just did nothing all day because that's how it goes sometimes.
You really do be that way.
You mean like every weekday?
Uh,
Is how it goes?
No, man. I wake up like I have classes from on Monday to Thursday. I have classes, so I have a reason for getting up on the weekdays. But Sunday especially, no one really ever does anything. So I wake up at 7:30 in the morning on Sunday for absolutely no reason.
I'll tell you who does. People close to God.
Yeah,
True
those
though.
those Jesus people. But yeah, no, that's
Watch yourself.
I didn't really I didn't do anything special today. Nothing interesting happened to me today. How about you, Huche? How's your day been, buddy?
Today's basically my relaxed day because last week I've been in New Mexico / Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, that's right. You had to go help your sister move or something, right?
I was helping my sister and my brother-in-law move from one
shit.
Air Force base in the desert to another Air Force base in another desert. But this other desert has blackjack and hookers, so it's better.
It really does
Uh,
actually have blackjack and hookers though, so that's pretty funny.
It does.
My,
It
my
has-
sister lives in Vegas.
How does she like it? Because it looks like
She
it was nice
fucking
then.
hates it. Everything is too Everything is way too expensive, she says, and it's just horrible. The people
It
are
is
shit everything.
pretty expensive. We got gas, and it's literally like $3.40 there.
Oh my
Ooh.
god,
$3.40.
that is rough.
Oof.
It's bad. It's not good.
That's
I
making the
gotta-
pee stored in my balls ache.
Wish.
Yikes.
Wish you could just fill gas canisters with ball piss. Sick. But I guess it kind of balances out though, because like it's really expensive. Everything is like 30 minutes from the strip. Like the entirety of Vegas, you could drive through in like 50 minutes or so.
Yeah, well that's why gas prices are so expensive. Because people
Wow.
aren't buying gas as much.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, like if you're
Well, that Nevada actually has pretty high gas taxes and shit like that.
well,
It is
yeah,
true.
but I mean, like, also, even if the gas tax wasn't that high, like, they would probably still have to keep their gas prices that high because people wouldn't be buying it as much because you're not gonna buy 8 gallons of gas if everywhere that you need to go, you can do so through the entirety of your week off of like half a tank. You know, you're not gonna fill your car up if like a quarter to a half of a tank can get you everywhere you need to go in a week.
Yeah.
That's how it was in New Mexico too. Shit was like everything seemed really sparse, but it was mostly It mostly felt like that because there was nothing anywhere.
Yeah.
Like it feels like all the cool shit is like an hour away, and that's kind of true, but it's also partially like the one cool shit is far away, and there's nothing around that cool shit because that cool shit is by itself on the desert.
Yeah.
But in Vegas, that's not the case. Everything is on the strip, and we actually spent an afternoon there. We just spent like a couple hours just walking around.
How much money did you lose?
Palace. I did not lose a lot of money because I did not drink a whole lot because
I
I was
lose a
ill.
lot of money.
I didn't lose a lot of money. I spent like 50. All my money was on some food, of course.
That's all he spent.
No. Purchase any hooker,
No, you just rented some.
but
Economics, G.
I did not purchase services from any hooker. But I did rent their presence. But no, like I was on the strip and we were walking around, and they do have women who are basically they're not hookers, but they're basically hookers. Who are walking around like in pasties and like in thongs and shit with like angel wings strapped around them.
So it's literally just like New Vegas, but in real life.
Kinda, yeah. That's what New Vegas basically is. And like you can go up, and I don't think they charge. I think it's just tip money if you want to give them, like if you want to give them money, you can give them money. But you can go up and you can take pictures of them and shit. There was, I didn't even take any pictures of them, but there was one man near the end of the night who I saw it, like I was going down an alleyway, like an alleyway filled with stores and stuff, like lots of people. And at the end of this large crowd of people, I just see a single balloon hovering above them.
What the
And
fuck?
the balloon said free hugs.
What the
And
fuck?
I'm expecting, like, those bikini women there. Like, that's what I was expecting was going to be on the end of that. And I went to the end of the alley. That's what my expectations are going to be. And we eventually got all the way down to the end of that alley to get back to our car. And it was just this normal looking guy who was just wearing a Hug Me shirt. And he was just trying to get people to hug him. And he was really happy.
Did
And
you
as
hug
soon as
him?
I saw him, yeah, I did. Fuck yeah, I did. He was so excited.
So
It was
how's
awesome.
herpes?
I love that guy. What?
I was about to say, he's probably got some sort of like disease that he just passed on to you.
Anything?
How does it feel to have Ebola?
No, like I said, I was ill. I probably got him fucking diseased right now. I tell you. He's probably.
So you
in
gave
his
him.
hair.
All right.
Oh, I gave him stuff.
You gave him gonorrhea syphilis, dude.
Gonorrhea syphilis.
But that was basically my week. We just went to Vegas. We moved some shit in a car. I drove a lot of hours. I ate
That's good.
food.
That's litty like a titty, dude.
That's really
What about you,
Okay.
Hunter? How's the welder life out in Wisconsin?
welder.
Ye fucking 12, well not 12-hour days, some shit posting. No, I mean my week in terms of that is, I guess, just wake up, work, sleep, wake up, work, sleep. But no, today's been pretty good. I woke up at about 9:30, went out into the garage in below freezing and lifted for about a half hour. Fucking came inside and
Been
been,
in gains?
I hit that video action.
Nice.
What kind of video?
Been playing Doom and CS:GO mostly.
Fuck yeah! How far have you gotten? Far? Did you just start?
I just went through the Argent Tower mission, well, halfway through it or so. Today.
Ooh. So have you gotten to Hell proper yet?
No, I haven't.
I'm about to say it's like the entire game is really really good, but that's when it gets like cuckoo crazy because they can just do whatever the fuck they want with the environment, and they don't have to like give a reason as to why shit's going crazy because it's hell. This is normal. This is how hell does weird shit like floating rocks that you have to platform on and fucking
Oh,
shit
gosh.
upside down. Oh no, it's cool. It's good. It's good. No, the quality's there. Like don't. Oh gosh, it's good. But I'm back and started playing it. At least you never finished Doom, did you?
No, I did not. I started.
Racial slurs.
I started Doom, but I did not ever finish it. I just got distracted because I think after Doom came out, a bunch of other games came out. And
Reese the type of nigga to shoot the sheriff, but then not shoot the deputy.
You damn right. What the hell am I shoot the deputy for?
You don't shoot the deputy.
Nah, you never shoot the deputy. Somebody's got to live to tell the tale, okay? No, I started Doom, but then I think something else came out, and I just never finished it. I never went back to it. I was a fucking... Let me tell you, though. I was a fucking king in that multiplayer.
I remember you talking about it when that beta came out. You
yeah.
kicked ass.
Oh, yeah, dude. I have screenshots, and I think Michael has screenshots of, like, my performance in the beta episode... Or the beta episodes. The beta matches that we played.
Oh shit.
And I think I was going like 30-10 just about every match that I played.
Whoa.
It is a very different game in terms of like most shooter games nowadays.
Yeah, it was very fast paced, and the TTK was very low.
Oh, it's very low. That's fucking Doom.
Yeah, the TTK, time to kill.
Everything is about speed.
Yeah, like it was a very fast-paced game, and it was the TTK was was a very, very small time frame. So which is kind of like, in some aspects that's an environment I thrive in, but in others it's like I just can't do it. Like Call of Duty Black Ops 3 was a good example. The time to kill in that game, it's not high, but it's not low exactly. And the movement in that game, people sliding all around and jumping around the walls, it was just an environment where I just couldn't do well. Like I was okay at it, but I wasn't great. But Doom, for some reason, all that jumping around and the shotguns and the rifles, like all that gunplay was just suited for me. Like I fell right in with that game, and I topped the leaderboards. I topped the leaderboards just about. I was in top 3 every game we played, and I was on the top of the leaderboard.
How would you say it compares to the time to kill of like or CS:GO?
It's actually very similar to Quake. Quake is like a really good comparison because it is very much just an arena shooter. I mean, I never played much of the multiplayer, but what little I did, it reminded me a lot of like old school Quake arena.
Yeah, which is the feel that they were going for, because that's what Doom was based on. Was Quake?
Yeah. Well, Quake was after Doom, wasn't it?
Or was it? Well, that's what one was based off the other. So.
No, Doom was.
I think Doom used a Quake engine. But that was pretty much it.
Now I need to research. Like, I know they came out right next to each other, and I'm pretty sure they used the same engine. But I don't know if it was called the Quake engine at that point. It was called.
I don't know exactly.
It would have been before, right?
Hey, Cortana.
Well, legit.
When did Quake come out?
Quake was released on
June 22nd, 1996.
This is our third or our fourth member for this podcast is Cortana.
Hey, Cortana. Hey, Cortana. When did the first Doom come out?
First Doom came out in 1994.
Oh, wait.
I forget how recent games are.
You said, how old is Doom?
It was born in 93.
93. So Quake was 96.
Doom slid out of John Carmack's asshole.
Ew.
It wasn't developed.
Was his asshole delicious?
His asshole is not. I have no clue. Honestly, I can't make that claim.
Hunter, that joke is funny because of a game of what the fuck were you playing? Cards Against Humanity.
Cards Against Humanity.
One of the white cards was Daniel Radcliffe's delicious asshole, but Huche, when he read it, he was like, Daniel Radcliffe's delicious asshole. And I was like, don't ever say it like that.
Oh, I've done it. It's
Ever
good.
again.
Every time.
Every time it comes up, that's how he says it.
I've promised myself if anyone has ever asked me about Danny Radcliffe's asshole, I will put in that fact.
That it's
So that they know.
delicious.
It's important. If someone goes, "Hey, Danny Radcliffe's asshole," I go, "It's delicious."
But yeah, so
Scrum
yeah,
diddly
very
umptious.
very similar very similar play style, very similar feel, very similar TTK to Quake. As far as in relevance to Counter-Strike, I'd say very different, because Counter-Strike is way more strategic, way more slowly paced, and
Oh yeah, Counter-Strike is way different.
the TTK for let's just say like the AK or the M4 in Counter-Strike is completely based on where you place your shots. You shoot somebody in the head with an AK in that game, they're gonna die quicker than if you shoot them in the stomach. Whereas in Doom, it almost doesn't matter where you shoot them; they're gonna die just about the same amount. And but even if you like, there is a discrepancy between shooting them in the stomach and shooting them in the head. But even if you shoot them in the stomach, they're dead pretty quickly.
Gotcha.
I mean, the only real weapon in Doom is the shotgun.
Yeah,
Chain.
yeah. In the beta, everyone would just use the super shotgun and the rocket launcher.
Because why wouldn't you?
Yeah, because like, why wouldn't you use anything else? I used the super shotgun for a while before I realized like, okay, this gun is kind of boring. It's so overpowered. And then I started using the regular shotgun and the rifle, and I did pretty much just as well.
Well, that's probably because everyone else was using the super one, so you were able to like get a little bit more range than other people.
Yeah. Because as you know, Hunter, the super shotgun, it performs in multiplayer the same way it performs in the story mode. So it's very slow.
Yeah.
It's
Short
not.
range,
I was gonna say it's very short ranged, and it has like you have like 1 or 2 shots before you have to reload. So when I was running around with the rifle, I was just gunning people down because everyone was just using the rocket launcher and the super
Constantly
shotgun.
reloading.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I would run at someone, and then they would shoot and they'd miss, or they'd shoot and they'd hit me and it wouldn't kill me, and then they'd have to reload. And while they were reloading, I would pump my fucking 60 round clip into them.
Hot.
Hell yeah.
Hot in hell.
So what about you, Hushay? What have you been playing recently?
Well, I just bought 5 ago, and I haven't played any of them because I've been on that trip. But earlier today, I was playing through the beginning of Persona 5.
Nice. I've heard a lot of things about that game, but I've never played it and never seen anything about it. So.
It's the first Persona game I've ever played, and I beat it before. I just bought it because it was on a really good sale, and I wanted to play it again. It is really fucking good, and I highly recommend it to anyone. I'm honestly I'm trying to think of a good way to explain like who it's really for, or like how to describe like how the gameplay works. Because at the core, it's kind of like a really complex Pokemon kind of deal.
Yeah.
Like you'd be better off like looking elsewhere for it, but you essentially like stands from JoJo, because you know if you do, Hunter. You basically have like you do know about him?
Yeah.
All right, then yeah, basically kind of like stands from JoJo, which kind of act as like Pokemon in battle, where they'll have different ability like move types and such, but they'll have the basic ones like fire and like ice and shit, and different enemies are weak to them. And the combat's just really cool. And honestly, like the big gist of it though is that half of the game you're doing stuff like that where you're enemies and running through like dungeons and shit. But the other half of the game is like a normal life simulator where you are just a normal guy in Japan, and it's like a really good like realized Japan, from what I can tell. And you just walk around and you talk with friends and you build up relationships with your teammates, with people around town. And when you build up relationships, you get new skills or new items or like things that you can do in the overworld that like increase shit. It's a really good game. If you're into it, because it's not like a demo or anything, But if you're not in RPGs, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you are in RPGs, it is definitely worth all the money it is. Because even now, I think it's only like $40 or something. I don't know. Like if you want to look, you certainly could. It's a pretty good series. And I recommend it. That's what I've been playing. But I know next week, because I want to try to get through as much as I can. I know I'm not going to finish it because that game, my first run was like 100 hours.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, you can. That game has content. It has content, and it's all just the main story. Like, there's not really side quests aside from like talking to your fucking characters,
Yikes.
support conversations and such.
Yeah.
It's just a really good game. But I'm trying to get through as much of that as I can before next week, because next week I promised Taylor, because Taylor was asking everyone to play Red Dead Redemption 2 because he wants to play with people, and he really, 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 really wants it. He was bothering me, and I was like, I'll pay for it for me and Michael, because Michael has the home console and I have all his games on mine. And I was just like, yo, if you can find one other person, which he found Sydney to do it, then I'll buy it for Michael and I. And I didn't think he'd do it, but Sydney was like, yeah, I'll do it.
Damn, so y'all really all gonna be playing Red Dead without me?
I guess so.
That how it be.
Damn.
I really how it be. These cowboys sometimes. And honestly, like, Red Dead Redemption's cool. The first one was really cool. I like the story, especially at the end. Because it had a really slow start. But I know, like, nothing about the second one aside from a prequel. And you are playing during the time period of like John Marston in the gang, like Dutch's gang, and you do like bank train heists and shit. And I don't know if it's all co-op campaign or not. I think it is.
I sure fucking hope so.
I mean, I think there's at least 5 people in the team, and I swear I read about it somewhere. I kind of asked Taylor, and he thought it was true too, but he was like, I think I heard that, not I know. So I'm going to be a little upset if I buy it for Michael and I, and they do not have a co-op campaign. But honestly, we can find that out, actually, really quick, if my phone isn't dead. Which might be true. But what about, that's pretty much all I've been doing. For that.
All right. Yeah, that sounds. I mean, you know, we're kind of getting prepared for the big releases here.
We are. It's going to be a while before Kingdom Hearts 3, so this will do. I guess.
Ouchie! I need to go back and replay Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh boy, I don't need to, because I've played it like 7 times.
I think I played it once. I managed to finish it before the people that gave me the circumstances. I wasn't able to use it anymore.
How? Okay, wait, hold up. So, because Reese, you never played Kingdom Hearts, right?
No, I've never played a Kingdom Hearts game.
All right, then Hunter, this is mostly all going to fall on you. This is important. How many Kingdom Hearts games have you played?
I've only played Kingdom Hearts 2. I really like 8 or 9.
Perfect. So, you play 3.
You know it, boy.
Okay. I want to tell you that if you play through 2, you'll be fine. But you won't.
Why is that?
Because 2's probably the best one they've had so far. And you should play it no matter what. But, the first one's important. If you were able to get through 2 and had a fun time, it's fine. But there's the first one that's important. They have fucking, God, what is it? Birth by Sleep, which was a PlayStation Portable exclusive, been ported to the PlayStation.
I'm not buying a PSP to...
No, you don't have to. They have it on 20 Election with 2.5, and I think all of the cutscenes for 358 over 2 days. And that's pretty good. That's how I did it. But there's also Dream Drop Distance, which was the 3DS installment that they had. That's the most recent. That's like what happens just before 3.
Listen, fam.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, Hunter's not gonna do any of that shit. He's gonna go online, he's gonna look up what he needs to know to play Kingdom Hearts 3, and then he's gonna play Kingdom Hearts 3. That's all he's gonna do. He might not even do that much.
I'm gonna wish you so much luck. Like, you can enjoy that game, but don't expect to understand the story.
Yeah.
I've played every game except for Coded, which is honestly absolutely pointless. And I understand the story, but I only understand it because I've played like all 8 of the games.
Nice.
This is the fucking. Finally, we're getting to the 3rd one after God. How long?
Very
That sounds like
a considerable amount of years.
that
Two
sounds
was
like
an
me,
05.
but with Warhammer 40k. I waited for fucking years for 40k, the 3rd installment, to come out, and it was utterly trash, and it made me want to kill people.
How long was that in regards to? How long was the gap between that and the last one?
It was 5 years.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
been. You said when 2 came out in when 05. You said.
Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in 05.
Fuck. 13 years.
It's not that bad because they've had all spin-offs and installments. Like Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop Distance in particular are not sequel titles, but they're like
No, it was
they're
uh,
big enough that they're like semi-mainline titles, and they're important enough to the plot that they're sequels.
Yeah.
So it kind of
sorry. It was 7 years, not 5, between Dawn of War 2 Retribution and Dawn of War 3. But still,
That's so
that's still not as bad as the gap between Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
oh god.
So
I can't even remember. I'm trying to think when like Dream Drop came out, because that came out like when 3DS came out originally. I don't think it was a launch, but it was real close.
2011.
That can't be the last one then, can it?
2011 was the release year of the Nintendo 3DS.
Fuck.
I might be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure I'm not.
I want to say it was 2013. I might need to. I'll look it up some other. But the point is, and people have been waiting for 3.
What is it called? Dream Drop Distance?
Dream Drop Distance. You could probably just put in DDD.
When did
And then you can
KH...
find how long it was.
Okay, I'm just gonna Google Kingdom Hearts Triple B.
Everyone
See what
Google it?
happens.
Oh, you're
March 29th, 2012.
2012. So it's been like 6.5 years.
The game was released in Japan March 29th, 2012 as a standalone. The game was released in Europe July 20th, 2012, and in North America July 31st, 2012.
Right. So I
That sounds about
googled
right.
I googled Kingdom Hearts Triple D. I always have safe search on, so I was safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have gotten a bunch of like Sora and Goofy and Mickey, Dick, I promise.
No, it would have been Sora, Goofy, and Donald Duck. It would have been.
Oofy, ouchie.
Yeah, so what is there anything coming out soon that you're excited for, Hunter? Any big releases?
Yeah, we
I haven't really been getting excited for any big releases. I don't know. I've kind of got everything that I.
You hyped for Doom
happy with
Eternal?
for now. Hell yeah, though. I want to get Doom Eternal and just play that.
Nice. Yeah, that game looks. I haven't seen much for it so far, but the first one delivered pretty well. So I'm assuming that Eternal's gonna do the same. That's a dangerous assumption, but it's one that I'm willing to make because I trust in id Software. So.
Well, I've seen the video, and it seems like they have a gameplay video of sorts that is like fog or something, and it mostly just kind of shows off the same stuff as the original Doom, but it has little bits and pieces. Like it has a shotgun that has a grappling hook to it, so you can grapple enemies.
Oh
towards
shit,
you.
that's pretty tight.
You can use that grappling hook to like swing across the environment.
Nice.
I don't know if they specified that there are particular like grapple points that you have to grab, or if you can just grapple anything and just swing from it. But they have that. They're gonna have like new. It feels funny saying acrobatic maneuvers for Doom Guy, but there are like poles and shit that you can swing from to get across distances.
Yeah.
That aren't huge, but like I'm interested to see where they'll go. But aside from that, it mostly kind of looks like more of the same, which is honestly okay.
You know what I think I might get into though?
What is it? Tell me.
I was looking at new releases and Steam popped featured at me for Cuphead, and I think I might finally buy and play Cuphead.
Yeah, I actually I thought about picking that one up, Hushay, when you gave me that 20 the other night. I thought about picking that one up, but I went with Stardew instead.
You got Stardew?
Yeah, I got Stardew Valley. I'm actually really liking it so far. It's actually it's a half decent game. It's not bad so far. I like it.
I've heard Stardew is
it's a cute little like Harvest Moon type game, and I'm living for it. I like it. It's a nice game to play when there's nobody else on, and I just want to play something by myself. And I like earlier today, popped on a podcast, played some fucking Stardew Valley, dude. It was nice.
I can understand that.
I think I might grab that as well, since I'm buying Cuphead right now. Impulse purchases for the win.
Nice, dude. Yeah, that game. I don't know if it's if it is on console yet or not, but on PC that game is multiplayer. So
it's on console.
It's multiplayer on console too.
Oh, I don't know about multiplayer, but I know it's on console.
No, I know that. That's what I bought it on. I bought a Stardew on console. I know it's on console.
Okay, Reese.
Well, I'm just saying. But yeah.
Mentioned, I don't know if it's on console.
I think no, I said I don't know if it is on console, but on PC it's multiplayer.
Well, I don't see why it wouldn't be on console. That would be fucked up.
Yeah,
There would be art.
I don't either. But yeah.
You wouldn't be able to see it over all the art being raised.
Google is paying attention. I just started getting ads for Stardew Valley.
Holy shit! Whoa!
Just keep yelling at your computer like Stardew Valley.
Is there a
give you a free copy of the game?
There's no demo
For Stardew?
Yeah.
Nah. It's you inherit a farm from your grandfather. You basically spend the whole time planting shit and then selling it. There's other things to do. Like it gives you.
Doesn't look like the kind of game I would enjoy, but I'm just gonna go ahead and buy it anyways.
It's well, you can play it for I think it's you can play it for I think up to an hour, and after that, before the hour mark, it might be 2 hours. I can't remember, but if you have it for less than 3 days and you've played less than I think 2 hours, you can get a refund on it if you're not enjoying it.
Oh yeah, that's true. If it's on Steam, yeah.
Yeah, Steam started issuing refunds, so.
Oof, just do that with every game.
It's literally only a 496 megabyte download, so it'll be done before work on Wednesday.
Yikes.
Well, it's I don't know, it's not a small game, but it's like a simple game.
That's a really well, yeah. I
download it like it like half a megabyte. Here.
Ooh,
graphic.
That's rough, dude.
What happened?
He said he downloads it like half a megabyte.
No, I have terrible internet.
I've been there. Yeah. I'm there sometimes still.
That was Hushay before he moved. That was Hushay when he lived in Havelock before he moved to Ohio.
Now I got slightly better internet.
Yeah. No, dude, back in Vanceboro, I had download speeds of like 10, 12 megabytes a second. Sometimes as high if nobody else was on the internet. Here I get a megabyte if I'm lucky.
Ooh, a cute girl just Snapchatted me. I bet it's a streak, though. I bet it's absolutely nothing.
A street?
Streak. With a K. Ah, it is! It's a black screen with a fucking... It's a black screen with a little red S on it. I'm gonna Snapchat her a picture of my face.
Nice.
I'm gonna Snapchat her a picture of my face with how you doing. I'm not gonna actually say that, but I'm gonna be like, what's up?
What is a streak? Explain to me what a streak is. I'm confused.
So on Snapchat, Hushay, it keeps track of how many days in a row you've Snapchatted somebody, and if you reach Snapchatting, like if I Snapchat you and then you Snapchat me, that starts it. If we do that once every day for 3 days, it'll start keeping track of a number next to you in my phone and me in your phone on Snapchat. And that is our streak. It's a streak of days that we have Snapchatted each other.
Okay.
And that's the whole point.
What?
Yo, Hunter, shave your fucking facial hair, dude. What the fuck? Hunter just Snapchatted me how you do, and he looks like a fucking mountain man.
Perfect. Wait, so what's... Wait. So, do you get something for having a streak?
No, it's just a little number that is next to the other person's name.
So...
I know a girl that has, like, over 40,000 streaks. It's ridiculous.
So, why is this woman contacting you with a black picture?
Just
nothing.
Just to keep the streak alive.
Why?
I don't know. It's just what teenagers do these days, Hushay. Jesus.
Why?
I don't know, man.
Nothing out of it.
What do you want from me, Hushay?
Real teenagers pray and go to church and follow the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Hunter, when was the last time you did any of those things?
Actually this morning. I got on Discord with a Brody and prayed for like half an hour with him.
That's nice. That's really a long time to pray, but that's nice.
It really is. Holy crap.
Like, how long is that? That's not like default prayer.
It was. Nah, fam. We just sat there and he was going through some shit for real.
All right.
So.
Well, he probably doesn't want it public on the internet. So.
No, tell us.
Yeah, y'all trying to call me out?
Tell us.
You picked the wrong day.
So anyway,
yeah.
Let's move on to our next topic of conversation. Is there any type of media that you guys have ingested lately that you would like to talk about? Any TV shows or movies you've seen, or any good songs you've listened to lately? Now's the time to share that kind of information.
I finally saw Coco.
Oh, nice. What'd you think?
It was pretty good.
Yeah, I fucking love that movie, dude.
But I feel like I am a team that has few people in it, and I'm concerned. Concerned, Reese.
What is this? What are you implying?
I feel like I am against Coco.
What do you mean?
Of in the battle that existed at one point I've seen between Coco versus the Book of Life. I think the Book of Life is way better.
See, I never saw the Book of Life, so I don't have a dog in that fight.
I think the Book of Life is better. They are not the same story, of course. They are very different stories, but they both delve into the idea of Dia de los Muertos, and they have a lot of that culture throughout the movie. And I don't know. I just think Book of Life is better, but because it's non-Pixar, I know that people, if I mentioned it to my sister, who I watched it with, and was religiously like, you should watch Coco, if I told my sister that, I'd probably not be here today. Because
you think your sister would kill you for having that opinion?
Maybe. She'd probably wait until we got to Vegas so I could help drive her car full of shit. But I'd probably be dead. It's true. Yeah, aside from that, Coco's pretty good. Aside from that, I haven't really watched any other movies.
I've never seen the Book of Life, so I don't really have a dog in that fight.
Yeah, me neither.
Like I said before,
You're legit just.
Do you support the dog fighting race?
But if anybody listening has a differing opinion, feel free to let us know. In
the comments below.
I was gonna say in the comment section below on whatever it is that I decide to post this on, or if you're a close personal friend who sees this, let me know. If you have a differing opinion, I'll let Hushay know that you want to stab him.
No. I don't want you to tell me. I want them to tell me. If you have a problem with me liking Book of Life more than Coco, come fight me. Tell me about it.
Hushay is open to catching these hands.
I have big hands to catch other hands with, so I'm
Is
willing.
mutual combat legal in New Mexico?
Well, he doesn't live in New Mexico, but
I don't live in New Mexico.
Oh, nigga, where you live? Didn't you just say you lived in New Mexico like a half hour
in
ago?
New Mexico helping my sister in Vegas. I live in Ohio.
Bitch, where you
which
live
is like
at?
as
Oh, you
far
live in
away
Ohio?
from Mexico as possible.
yeah, he lives in Ohio.
Does he know Jesse?
No, he does not know Jesse, but I have told him about Jesse, and I have told him that
Is
Jesse.
Jesse another boat person?
No, Jesse's not another
There
boat
is
person.
no self-defense for mutual combat, and one cannot consent to an assault in Ohio.
Well, I mean, it's not necessarily an assault if Hushay doesn't press charges.
Is it assault if we both fight each other?
However, Hunter,
Right,
Hushay...
if a cop...
No, man. This isn't an assault. We're just fighting each other.
Yeah.
We're not doing anything.
Well, okay, if a cop doesn't find out, and Hushay doesn't actively press charges, it's not an assault.
Yeah, it's not an assault. It's just us. We needed a location.
Listen,
We
if
go,
I
alright,
get into a fight with somebody and that...
No, okay, so... The way that I would do this, and that's just speaking as me, I would, knowing what I know, go to a martial arts center, and I would be like, look, me and my friend just want to spar. Do you have some, insurance or whatever agreements that we can sign saying that if we get hurt here, it's not your fault, blah, 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 and then just proceed to kick his ass.
Or...
Because it's at that point, you can
spar.
legally classify it as training.
Spar is very low.
No, but that's what would go in. That's what you would go in and say to the owner of the martial arts place. You go in and say, "Me and my partner." No, but right.
Middle of a field.
Yeah.
Probably near.
I'm gonna handle this on the streets like a real man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna record this altercation and then send it to the cops and say I told you so.
That's okay. You do that. By the time you get to the cops, I'll fight you.
Take this to the streets like a real man.
I'm almost certain I'll lose.
But no, speaking of
fighting, I believe in, so it'll be okay.
Speaking of media being consumed, I recently discovered King's Dead by Kendrick Lamar and all of them, and well, I took King's Dead to my penthouse and I freaked it.
Now what the hell is Dead?
It is okay. So let me go ahead and clear this up for you, Hushay. Hunter, when he moved, and just before he moved, got into what is classified as
really into rap.
he got really into what is classified as gangster rap. So like Biggie and Tupac and Kendrick and people of that nature.
NWA,
King's Dead
is a song.
I was gonna say it's a rap song, prominently featuring, from what I understand, Kendrick, the very
Kendrick Lamar,
popular
J-Rock, and Future.
I was gonna say the very prominently featuring the very popular rap artist Kendrick Lamar. And
I've never even listened to anything by him before, so now I might have to check it out.
Yeah, so
Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah.
Isn't this song led by Kendrick Lamar? I'm confused.
Yeah, it's led by Kendrick Lamar, but that's the only song that he's heard by Kendrick Lamar.
Ah, so you gotta explore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really listen to that side of rap. I like rap music, but I'm not big into that. Especially not Kendrick. I'm not a big Kendrick guy, but I like I like Simple As by Kid Cudi. I'm into Logic. I like some of Eminem's new stuff.
Hey, Reese.
I think it's pretty
Reese,
good.
you know who Squidward's favorite rap artist is?
Who?
Future.
Oh my god. That's the worst
Hey.
joke.
There you go.
That was the worst joke and I hate it.
Waiting for it.
Yeah, no,
as
I'm
soon as you said future, it popped in my head, and I was like, "Ah, that's stupid." And then you talked about Squidward, and I went, "Oh no, it's gonna come up."
We know where this is going.
I worked so hard to smother it, and you're just gonna bring it right out of the closet.
You know it, baby.
yeah, I know that Hushay, I know that you're not really a big rap guy. I know you're not really a big music guy, really.
I know nothing about rap.
I know that
No,
you're
What's
Almost.
funny is I used to be like a super huge metalhead. Like, all I listened to was metal, and I hated rap. And it was like one day I heard a Tupac song, and I was like, "Hey, this ain't that bad."
Yeah, I know, because you used to listen to that music where it sounded like people were swallowing their microphones, and then you would criticize me for my rap music. You're just like, oh, you listen to rap? That's so dumb. And meanwhile, I'd be like, okay, Hunter, what do you listen to? You crank it up, and I can't even understand the motherfucker. He's like, oh, I wanna fuck a donkey. And I'm just like, what? I can't even understand that guy. What is he saying?
To have relations.
It's weird because somewhere in the last year or two, we had this. There was this weird shift where Hunter got more into rap music and I got more into the heavier stuff. Like I listened to fucking like Beartooth. I just got into because of my brother's.
Oh shit, dude, Beartooth is great.
My brother's Spotify playlist. He's
They
got
just
some
released a
Beartooth
new
on there,
album.
and I've been listening to that. I've Hated and Sick of Me, and there was one more. There was one more on there that I really, really liked. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, like I've been listening to like heavier stuff recently, and
You should check out King 810.
okay.
They're a heavier group from Flint, Michigan.
Oh boy, they're a fucking heavy group that can't drink water.
Just the one
Just have
place.
to pay respects. But no, that's what the 810 is, because that Flint's area code is 810.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
A10 what? A10 is in like the.
That's their
That's-
area code.
That's the area code for Flint, Michigan.
You
He just said
dumb
it.
Jew.
Yeah, what's the significance of A10?
It's the area code from the place that they're from.
Aside from that, is that the name of their band?
That's the name of the
Yes,
song.
they're called.
Or the the name of the band. Excuse me, I said song, but yeah, that's the name of the band.
Okay, there we go.
I figured you were paying attention when he said that part.
Only like halfway.
I hate you.
See, this is.
Yeah. Chase has manipulation, disease, aggressive, in between, sick of me, hated, fair weather friend. That's the one I was thinking of. Fair weather friend. Burnout, king of anything, however you want it said, bad listener, and rock is dead on his playlist, and that's my shit. I've been listening to a lot of new stuff because of Chase's playlist. He's got a lot of good music on there, so I've been branching out a lot more recently. A new song, I Want to Get Better by The Bleachers. That's a good song.
I know you've talked about this before.
Say what?
I know you've talked about this before.
Yeah, I Want to Get Better by Bleachers. That's a good song. Hey Leonardo by Blessed Union. That's a good song. I know, Hushay, I know when you listen to music, you don't listen to a lot of, like, well, first off, you don't really listen to a lot of music in general, do you?
I listen to a lot of music, but I'm one of those who finds like an album or even like a band, and I'll just listen to it on repeat for like months.
Yeah.
And I'll be happy.
I also know that your general taste in music is a bit different because you listen to
It's hard to describe and pick out stuff because I normally just listen to like anything that's rock or like alternative rock. There's examples.
You listen to
like,
Eve 6?
I listen to what?
Eve 6?
I don't know what that is.
that's shit. Yeah, Chase has something by them on his playlist.
Eve 6.
I don't know what song it is, but
Well, I can tell you I do not listen to it.
yeah. I think I don't listen to a lot of I know that you listen to what are they called? It's the dude it's the dude who played Tamatoa in
Flight of the Conchords.
yeah, Flight of the Conchords.
Flight of the Conchords is pretty good. They don't have a lot of music though, which kind of bums me. I think they only have like 2 albums,
Yeah, I know
which
they
are full of songs.
you listen to a bunch of weird shit though, like
If
Flight of the
song
Conchords for starters.
If the song has some kind of like humorous thing tied to it,
Yeah, Hushay's all about his songs having humor. Like the one time we passed him the
Yeah,
aux, me, Hushay, Sydney, and Michael went on a trip to Raleigh this year to go visit our friend Megan. And on the way back, we passed him. Was it the way back, or it might have been the way? I can't remember. There was one point in the car where we passed him the aux, and he put on some fucking weird shit.
I believe I had 2 instances where I got to put music. One of them was when I put on Stephen Lynch, and one of them was when I put on the Hot Dog Man.
Yeah, the fucking Hot Dog Man. That was the weird one.
Great. Oh, that one's great.
You'd
I love
like
that song.
you'd like Eve 6's song "On the Roof Again" thing because it's pretty funny.
What kind of
It's
kind of genre is it?
It's pop rock.
I'll give it a try. I'd probably give it a try anyway, but I'll give it a try.
Yeah,
Yeah. What was it called? Eve 6?
yeah, Eve 6 on the roof again.
Eve 6 on the roof again. Alright. I'll do that.
So, do we have, we're gonna, I think we should probably wind it to a close here, because Hunter informed me that he needs to go to Sleepy Buys soon, because he has a big boy job.
Oh, that's probably true.
So, do we have any questions that we want to wind this down with, or do we just want to call it at a close here for tonight?
Well, we could talk about piece of eyebrows and facial hair. That was a discussion that I brought up earlier that you were interested in. That we could talk about if we want to talk about that.
Yeah, let's wind it down with our eyebrows, facial hair. Let's start with Hunter. Our eyebrows, facial hair. Give us your argument as to if yes, why; if no, why.
Or you could just tell us the right answer. Obviously.
No, because the right answer is obviously that they're facial hair.
Okay, tell us why. Is it just simply because it's hair on your face?
I mean, yeah, it's hair on your face, and it's like a mustache or a beard. I mean, sure, you can shave it, but you look a lot bebetter with it without.
Not everybody. That is not necessarily true.
Yeah, I mean,
99.9%, but there are people out there who I can almost guarantee.
okay, so where is the line drawn for facial hair versus non-facial hair? Like, would you count your sideburns as facial hair? Does that count as facial hair?
Yeah.
I would say so.
Or would you
yeah.
say that would count as your head hair?
Well, your
no. I think facial hair kind of cuts off like below the ears, so I'd probably say the sideburns count as like head hair.
Okay, so if my sideburns are connected to my beard, is it all one? Just for the record, I don't have a beard. I'm a baby face. But say I had a beard. If my sideburns connected to my beard, would my sideburns then be facial hair because they're now part of my beard, or is this dividing line still that my sideburns are head hair and my beard is facial hair?
I would say it's still the dividing line is that sideburns are head hair, to be honest. Although that being said, I blend my sideburns into my beard, and I actually fade my the sides of my hair shorter than my sideburns. So
Okay,
I
so
would
what?
probably just argue that it totally is all side.
no, I've got that. Never mind.
I would say so. Regardless of it,
What's that?
I would still call sideburns facial hair.
Okay, so what's the qualifier? Let's go ahead and draw this line as well. What's the qualifier for your face? Where does your face begin?
Everything that is not the hairline on your head.
Okay, so from the hairline down is your face.
Yeah, pretty much.
So then,
I would say it also starts like at the front of the ears as well.
so technically speaking, then your sideburns would also be facial hair, even though they're not technically growing out of your face; they're growing from your hairline.
They are growing out of your face.
Well, but they're growing from your hairline. They're not. I mean, like it's not like a beard where it just starts somewhere.
They are growing out of your face up to your hairline, but they are not from.
They're not an essential part of your hairline.
No, yeah, they're
Yeah, I suppose. So I suppose.
they're
So
different.
I don't know, because sideburns like part of my head hair. Like, I didn't shave my sideburns; I grew them out.
Well,
So-
unfortunately, you were always wrong. They're
Well-
facial.
Well, no, because I mean, like, so you can only start to grow facial hair once you've been through puberty, right? So obviously, sideburns are then head hair because they're not they're not like an actual secondary sexual characteristic like a mustache or a beard could be considered as a result of puberty.
yeah, well
Yeah,
then, but also by that logic, technically your eyebrows wouldn't necessarily be facial hair either, because then it's not. You don't just grow eyebrows because you
That's
go through
fair.
puberty.
That's fair.
Yeah, like you don't
Well,
see
They're also not.
you don't see
I would
12-year-olds
consider-
running around with no eyebrows.
I would consider it facial
I
hair.
don't know, fam.
You would consider it facial hair?
Depends on
Okay,
where
would
you're
you
at.
consider it facial hair
I would
specifically because it's
facial
hair
hair.
on the face?
I would consider facial hair because if someone got a knife and cut the part of my face that has my sideburns on it, I would go, that's my face. And not, that's my head.
Well, I mean, if someone attacked me from that side of my head, I'd be like, that's the side of my head. I wouldn't say, that's my face. I'd be like, if someone attacked like that far back, I'd be like, that's the side of my head, or that's my ear. But like if they attacked like my cheek, I'd be like, that's the side of my face. But so you qualify facial hair as just specifically hair on the face, because if that's the case, your eyelashes are facial hair as well, because it is
Yeah,
hair
so-
on your face.
Yeah, okay.
On a side note, before we conclude, I checked Facebook and these guys are talking about how they went to a Burger King and ordered 400 nuggets. A friend of
Yikes.
mine says he'd done the exact same thing. He goes on to say, however, most of them were undercooked and sickening. So we did the adult thing and we shoved 250 nuggets covered in a variety of sauces into the mail slot of a mutual friend at midnight.
That's
So
disgusting.
if you ever go to Burger King and your chicken nuggets are undercooked and disgusting, that's what you do with them.
Well, they got
Mail slot time.
undercooked and disgusting because they wanted how many? 400? Is that what you said?
Yeah, 400.
That's why they got them all gross and disgusting. Push them out.
I can't hear you guys at all anymore.
Oh, really?
Not at all.
Yikes, you're gonna blow out the listeners' ears. Alright, well, if-
Anyway,
I was gonna say, if he can't hear us anymore, then we might as well
I think my internet died.
we might as well call it here for tonight.
well, there goes your test run.
Yeah, that was a that was a That was an interesting series of conversations that we had, Huche. Would you like to leave the listeners on any note of wisdom?
Don't do sleep.
Don't do sleep.
It's bad for you.
All right. Well, you heard it here first, everyone. Sleep is bad from you, straight from the mouth of Huche. Thank you for joining us for this inaugural episode of the Reese and Friends podcast. Name pending. It might change in the future, but yeah. Thank you for joining us, Huche. Would you like to say goodbye?
No, but I will say we should just keep the name pending.
All right. Thank you for joining us for this inaugural episode of Name Pending. Goodbye, everybody.
Perfect.